Seja bem-vindo a mais um vídeo do Combo Infinito, continuando nossas quests da BGS. Agora estamos com BioJade, produtora de For Honor. Vamos fazer algumas perguntas relacionadas ao game que nós já jogamos e vocês vão poder saber nossas impressões num vídeo. Bio, como foi pensada essa ideia de trazer três grandes tipos de guerreiros num único jogo e colocá-los num campo de batalha?
That's a great question. Actually, we have a theory on For Honor that everybody in the bottom of his heart knows if you are a Viking, a samurai, or a knight. Every geek knows that. I don't have to explain to you what I mean about those three factions, and that's why we picked them, because they are so legendary and so different from one another, and you know that whenever you're going to pick one, they're going to behave in a certain way on the battlefield. So this is really why we chose them. There's amazing Legacy of Warriors everywhere in the world, but those ones, they're a bit special in terms of fantasy and what we think about them.
I don't know if I am a Viking or a samurai.
Really?
Yes, maybe
that's a huge identity crisis.
Sometimes I am a samurai, but I watched the Viking show, and oh my god, I'm a Viking. It's very strange.
Well, I have a solution for you.
Yeah.
Because even though you choose your faction, you can play every character in the game.
It's nice.
I was a samurai.
I am a Viking.
When I played, I was a samurai.
He's the Kensei, he's really nice. Has
Very
a lot
nice.
of displacement moves, very good.
It's more slowly, but
He's very fluid.
Yeah.
There's one of his moves that if you dodge on the side and attack on the opposite side, he swipes on the opposite side. It's really hard to see coming. It's nice.
I think my behavior is a samurai, and my mind is a Viking.
Oh.
I think.
Well, you should try the characters to see which one you feel the most
Yes.
in gameplay.
I will do that. Bio, quais foram os maiores desafios de trazer três diferentes tipos de guerreiros para uma trama crível, para que ela seja entendível?
So having those three factions, of course, we had to bring our own worlds to it because, as you know, they never fought each other. So we could not do a historical game. So we had to design a whole environment where they had to fight each other and a story to go with it. So this is exactly what you will see in the campaign, actually. Why those three legendary factions fight each other, what is the size and the shape of the world that you fight in, and what we created is a bit, imagine if the Dark Ages never stopped. So they bring the art of war to such a level, the knight cathedrals are amazingly big and there's huge siege engines. The Vikings have so many boats and they are humongously large. The samurai compounds, you can see the beautiful pagoda roofs. There are immense walls where they keep their people safe. So really the game is exacerbated what they are as a faction, and we wanted to bring it to the level of legends.
quando o For Honor foi anunciado, nós imaginávamos que era um hack and slash, era o que a imagem passava pra gente. Mas ao jogar, a gente percebeu que não é só ficar apertando o botão, você tem que ter estratégia, tem que esperar, tem que defender em cima, embaixo, do lado. Como foi criar essa mecânica, pensar nesse tipo de mecânica e sair do habitual?
So our goal was to get strongly inspired from actual martial arts when we designed For Honor. So as you probably know, in many martial arts, the concept of stances is very important, and of blocking. So these, we wanted to bring them to the core of the mechanic, and having something where you have to look at your opponent, you know, to make sure that you anticipate his movement, like a real fight. It's not because you have weapons, you will die if you do that. So we wanted to keep it fun while making a game that feels more true to those martial arts. So each of the 12 heroes who played the game fights with a different martial art and a different weapon. And every time we add a new hero, we bring out actual weapon master to do all the mocap for those characters. So each move, our actual move, a weapon master and a martial artist would have done with actual weapons, so you can feel the weight of that sword when you attack. So you cannot just smash attacks. If you button mash in For Honor, you will die.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
We know that.
Yeah. You felt it?
Yes, I felt.
So many times.
So block is really key, and observing the opponent, understanding its stance, and anticipating what it's going to do. And the better you get at the game, the more you know, okay, that character has this move and this move, so I have to be careful about.
strategy.
There's a lot of tactics, yes. And observation, and the more you know the game and the better you get at it, the more tactics you can bring to it. Chaining attacks, using special abilities. It all gets with practice, and you will see how the street senses are pretty simple at first and everybody can understand. gets way deeper the more you understand your character.
Jogos medievais tendem a ter uma temática mais fantasiosa, como Dark Souls, Dragon Age, Diablo. Porém, vocês optaram para levar para uma linha mais histórica. O que fez vocês terem seguir essa linha?
So we wanted to stray away from fantasy and For Honor to really focus on the combat, really focus on the martial art, and really focus on the viscerality of that.
Yes.
How raw it is to fight with another man, or female, because half of the character are or can be selected as female. So to fight with another hero, we thought that having magic and spells and dragons and everything would distract from that very pure moment where you face someone and it's really your life that's on the line. There's nothing magical to save you, there's only your skill as a warrior. So since we wanted really to focus on that, on the skill that you can bring to the battlefield, on the rapport with you and your weapon, and the skill that you've earned and dedicated yourself to, we thought that it would be the best approach to bring that. However, we created that world that's not exactly historically accurate, and that's a bit over the top. Your hero are like the special ops of the special ops of medieval times. But really you can feel that the game is realistic at its core, with our interpretation of those warriors.
A longo prazo, vocês planejam trazer novos guerreiros, novas classes para o jogo? O que a gente pode esperar nesse sentido?
One of the very important things for the team of For Honor is to continue supporting the game after the launch. We will release new content, and we will also keep the balance of the game, tweak the characters, tweak the gear, because you're gonna unlock gear and want to make sure nothing gets imbalanced with that super OP sword, you know. So it was very important for us to keep the team. Most of the team stays, and we will continue for many months to update the game. I cannot tell you what we will bring, but we have an intention of going the direction of the community also. So if the community really likes the competitive aspect and wants to have esport features, this is where we're gonna go. If the community would like some more mission or something like that, we'll try to accommodate the community, because the game is new for us too. It's a mechanic that's so unique. We try to give you the best that we can with all the open period that we have. We already had thousands of people playing the game in events, in live periods. We have an alpha in 2 weeks, but still we're learning from the community. So everything that they're gonna give us when the game launches or before in our live periods, we will try to accommodate that and make the game better for months after it comes out. But really, we'll support it, we will release new content, and we have some plans already, and some of them is pretty badass.
Very nice, very nice. Você já respondeu uma das perguntas, mas queria que você aprofundasse mais sobre os planos para o eSports.
So I designed the modes. So when I was designing the game modes, it was very important for me to have a skill-based game. So there's no luck, there's no randomness. The best fighter or team should always win. So for me, having something that's competitive, accessible to different level of players, but still competitive, was very important. So we have a good matchmaking, and we have that philosophy of being fair and skill-based. That being said, since the game is strongly competitive at its core for the multiplayer aspect of it, I would like it if the community would go in that direction. We're not arrogant, it's not us to choose if it becomes an esport or not. I want to give all the options for the community if this is where they want to go. And as I mentioned, if it's really what the community wants, we will continue in that direction. Myself is something I'm really dedicated to in terms of competitiveness and skill base and fairness in all of the modes, all of the heroes in terms of balancing, and we work very hard to balance the game so it's as tight as we can, and there's many tactics, and we make sure that the very, very, very good player can play at a level that anyone cannot. So we will see if people think that it can be an esport and if they like watching it, because it's really the important part. But we're going to try to give you all the tools if that's something that people like. But we've been doing tournaments in the studio for a while now, and it's pretty fun. So
I think there's a lot of potential, because it's very different what we have seen in scenario.
It's a unique game.
Yeah, it's a new game, man. we see a lot of League of Legends and Dota, and this is very new. I think it's gonna be a success.
Well, thank you very much. That's what we wanted to do.
Thank you, Bio. Thank you very much. Continuem com a gente, Como Infinito na BGS, muitos vídeos, muitas informações, muitas novidades. Valeu!